right. Two-show day. Hey, there he is. Josh, what's going on today? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Did you guys see what Becky Hammon just said? What did Becky Hammon just say? Well, Becky Hammon did not mince any words today. She said today that, she said she was on ESPN. She said about the Knicks, they're not getting into that tier. Don't have the personnel, don't have that manpower. Pretty good team. But at the end of the day, they don't have a dude. You got to have a 1A dude. Kendrick Perkins says they do have that dude, Jalen Brown. He got cut off. He goes, nah, he's too small. If your best player is small, you're not winning. John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, you can go down the list. Steph Curry, he's in a different class. Yeah. Wow. You're not winning. Steph Curry is the only dude. Do we agree with that? Josh, do you agree with that? I tried to get guys on from Company of Jace today. They are in that Twitter, which is awesome. And I was like, come on over to the dark side. Come over to my side. Let's talk a little bit. But I saw that and I was like, damn. But you know what? Someone brought up a good point. Ashley Nickelmoss says, love Becky Hammon. She's goated. But this topic is so ran into the ground at this point. We are fully aware that the Knicks are a 1A guy away from being true contenders. The fans know this. The city knows this. And the organization knows this. Let's move on. But you can't move on. You know what I mean? And now you lost Mitchell Robinson. So Hardenstein's going to have to step up. And, you know, he's supposed to be out for 8 to 10 weeks. But then he had ankle surgery. So they had to do surgery on the ankle. And he's going to be out. So they won last night. Got balanced scoring from everybody. The Nets, they're talking about the Nets. A bunch of guys I'm reading that they have draft picks coming up, and everybody can be, I guess, they have a good young nucleus. I can see Dinwiddie go, but I think you keep Bridges. You just re-signed, you signed Cam Johnson. I don't know. I mean, they're 13 and 14. They really don't, they don't have a really physical team. They have a bunch of complementary players. I want to see what Cam Thomas can do, but they're competing. I guess they'll be a 500 team this year. That's okay. You know what I mean? But is that enough to take it to the next level? Not right now. No, and you got rid of the headaches, but there's going to be a lot of work going ahead to make this happen. So we'll see what happens going forward, and we'll go from there. But, yeah, I watched the game last night. I watched UNC, 81-69. Whenever they needed a big bucket, they got one. And what did I see? R.J. Davis, 7 straight games, led the team in scoring. That hadn't happened since, I want to get this right. That hadn't happened for UNC since Taylor Hansborough back in 2007-2008 season when he was the National Player of the Year. He's had seven straight games, scored at least 23 in those sevens. Also was his 7th game in his 4-year career at UNC with 20 points, 5 assists. They're 7-0, but that was his first game with no turnovers. Baycott played well. They knocked off an unbeaten team. We are down to 3 unbeaten teams in college basketball. James Madison, Houston, and Ole Miss. That's it. I saw Duke beat Baylor, and it was funny because I saw Baylor people when I was in the subway yesterday, and I was thinking, are they playing in the city today? I was like, nah, that can't be in the city. Yes, it was. And Duke got the win they beat the higher-ranked team in Baylor. Yeah, I can't. I just want them to keep losing. I'm not a fan at all. At all. No, not even close. No, so not a fan, and don't like them. Don't like them at all, and yeah, I can't root for them. No, I can't. I just can't. It's okay. It's okay. But they're Duke, and Duke will always be that. And what's funny? I really wasn't a UNC before I went to grad school. Never happened. But once I got there, but I never liked Duke. Always was anti-Duke. Always anti-Duke. And this was an interesting stat I saw yesterday, that fewest games missed since the start of 2019-2020. Brooklyn Bridges, 0. Buddy Hield with 3. Zubac with 12. Royce O'Neal with 14. George Niang with 16. And Julius Randle, 18 games total miss. So we can say what we want about him, but he always, hey, there's Kev. Every day, he's always playing. Yeah, I'm having connection problems with Instagram. Travis Kelce needs 9 catches Monday to pass Tony Gonzalez for most ever versus Raiders, and 136 yards to pass Gonzalez 100. So yeah, he needs. So Gonzalez has the most catches, 114, and most receiving yards, 1,515 yards ever against the Raiders. Random stat. So he needs 9 catches, $136, which could happen. I don't think it's going to happen, but it could happen. Seton Hall got their biggest win ever over a top 5 team. They won in Newark. What do they call it? The Rock? The Rock yesterday, 75-60. I was like, all right, good. Got to win. That's a nice win. I thought that was awesome. And, great talking to Blackbeard Jeff today. That was awesome. Had a blast with him. What he does is amazing. Jamal Murray got his first win in Toronto since December 3rd, 2018. He'd been 2-4 in his previous 6 games. That was, wow. I saw that. So the next one, Randall led with 26. Cam Johnson had 20. And people were pissed because Cam Thomas sat the fourth quarter. I saw all the college football, the teams with the best, the signing day. Miami's top of the ACC. Georgia, Florida lost a bunch, but they got a 5-star quarterback. Now, if any of these guys pan out to be what they are, they also got a guy from Florida State. Florida State wants out of the ACC. I mean, that means they'd probably want to go to either SEC or Big Ten. Big 12, if that falls through. Someone said they should go to the Pac-2. But I can see that they're pissed how things turn out. It doesn't matter. We're going to a 12-team playoff next year. But they feel like, I guess, the money and the recognition isn't good in the ACC. And, we're just going to have a Super League. They're talking soccer. They're trying to do it again. UEFA is not behind it, but they're going to have a super. You're going to have the top teams, and then there's going to be everybody else. And that's the way it's going to be going forward. That's just going to be. It's inevitable. It's going to be money. It's always about money. And, we're going to see what happens, but I think it's going to change a lot. So the future is going to be interesting. And thank God we're going away from the 4-team playoff. You need more teams. Especially this year, a lot of teams should have been in the playoff that weren't. I mean, Georgia should have been in. Florida State should have been in. There was a lot of teams, at least 8 teams, 9 teams that should have been in. 8 teams at least this year, and it didn't happen. They're saying Max Crosby this year, ML Football says, league leader in solo tackles with 46, 14 sacks, a 92 Pro Football Focus grade, 19 tackles for loss, 72 quarter pressures, and best run defender since week 8. 98% snap rate. I mean, he's always on the field. I don't disagree. I like the way, but they're a losing team. And I mean, listen, I wish he was playing on a better team. And, Tua, the critics, he said he's only good because of Tyreek Hill. He says, I'm the worst football player. Dude, don't take that shit. Just ignore them. Let them say what they want. Let your actions speak on the field. It's not because of Tyreek Hill. You're a good quarterback. You're a very good quarterback. You have ups and downs, but, you've had a good season. And fuck them. Don't listen to them. Who gives a shit? I don't care. Really? I love the Lakers losing 3 straight. They win the in-season tournament. They've lost 3 straight, 4 to the last 5. I love that stuff. Good. Goodbye. See ya. Adios. Yeah, because, so stupid. Yeah. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. Yeah, so now, Mitchell Robinson screws in his, so he's done. They're trying to get a $7.8 million, what is that called? A disability, what do they call that? A player exemption? Yes, disabled player exemption. Hey, I talked about it yesterday. They brought it up too. DeMarcus Cousins playing over in Taiwan. Why not do that? And I also talked about Maria Sanchez got a 4-year, $1.5 million deal with the Houston Dash. Hey, what's up there, Rob? Maria Sanchez grew up scrimmaging older boys in Idaho. She finished high school with a state record 178 goals. Her first pro deal was for $14,584 a year. At 27, she's the NWSL's highest paid player. That's awesome. First contract, $14,000, and now she got a 4-year deal, which in that sport, still, it's not retirement money, but it's definitely more money than she's ever made before. Help out the family, do a bunch of stuff. That's awesome. I thought that was great. And I was reading The Athletic about R.J. Davis. He's playing like an All-American. Best regular season start in the last 5 seasons, which 8-3. That's not really great. He said, I feel like this is the first time that he's being celebrated, supported, encouraged, and noticed. Hubert Davis said, I love that. And, he's listened to his dad, who's always telling the same thing. R.J. Davis, let your game do the talking for you. Yeah, I love that. Guess who's the first player to speak up in every in-game huddle? Guess who invited new teammates to hang out this summer to build camaraderie, to shoot every morning in the Dean Smith Center? R.J. Davis. how far can he take